Hi, this is My Keys to Music, and I'm Marc La Rochelle. This is your monthly update for my YouTube channel, month 1, November 2017. Quick truth, this video is actually being recorded in December, but I'm catching up so that I'd like to do these monthly behind-the-scenes videos. Without further ado, let's go right into it. First, stats and facts. This is where I'm going to show you the behind the scenes of my actual YouTube channel stats on the analytics page. Here I've set the analytics to show you that I started the channel on the 23rd, and I've got it ranged between the 23rd and the 23rd, both October and November, so I've got basically 1 month. You can see here I've got 9,190 minutes of watch time. That's about 6 days, 9 hours. 2 minutes and 38 seconds is the average view, or the average duration per view. I've got 3,484 views. 52 likes, 4 dislikes, 12 comments, 8 shares, 16 videos and playlists, and 27 subscribers, which was a big surprise. In fact, the whole channel has been a big surprise because I thought it was a pretty niche market. Music itself is not niche, but when you talk about Nord in specific music and training and things like that, the things that I'm doing and music appreciation, you never know how popular these are going to be. So it's a pretty good start, actually. I'm feeling pretty good. Here are the videos I've done, and you can see from high to low, the most popular to the least popular. If you see unidentified video, it means that I put a video up and decided to take it down and delete it for whatever reason. Maybe it had a mistake in it or some other reason that I took it down. Okay, so that's the stats and the facts. Let's talk about the work I did in those first 30 days. Well, I set up the studio, and that means setting up the lighting and the recording equipment, getting all my ducks in a row, getting the keyboard situated so I knew what angles we were going to shoot at, and things like that. So the studio was set up. Released 11 videos in those 30 days, which was pretty good. It took 111 hours of actual effort to put those videos out, and that's a combination of learning, recording, editing, creating SEO optimization, learning all about the YouTube channel, and so forth. In that time, I also created a website, and that's mykeystomusic.com. Right now, that website is just a placeholder for some future ideas that I have. Stay tuned for that. I also created a Twitter account, mykeystomusic, but to be truthful, I haven't really worked on it that hard to get more followers, but I will be. And of course, I did all this learning through YouTube itself, as well as Udemy. Took a couple of courses on Udemy on different things. Okay, what did I learn specifically? Okay, so within that time frame, I wanted to break down all the different things that I learned, because there was a point where I felt like throwing in the towel. After week 1, I felt like throwing in the towel. And again, I felt like it after week 2. And my friends and family encouraged me to just stay the course and, don't throw in the towel on a bad day. So I had to reflect on that. And the biggest reason I'm still here today is because I realized, wow, I'm learning so much, and I just love to learn, and I love to help people, and I am making an impact, be it a small one, but it's an impact nonetheless. So this is what I learned. All about the YouTube channel art, tagging videos, YouTube, maintaining a channel, everything that goes into being a YouTube creator and channel. Connected Google Analytics to YouTube. So Google has an analytics engine, but you can actually make a direct connection into YouTube for that. That was kind of an oddball thing that I learned how to do. But a lot of people don't end up doing that, but I thought it was interesting. I learned what it's like to be a content creator. Speaking on camera, that's been really tough. And it's hard to get used to. Still getting used to it now, but it has gotten easier since I started. So all the things that go into that. Started a Twitter account, learned how to do that. Purchased a Twitter training video. I kind of mentioned that earlier. Created a website using Wix. Nowadays, you can almost never hide from the Wix advertising on YouTube, so you know what that's like. So they got me, and actually, it is a really awesome engine, and it worked well. I created a Thinkific site, which is a site that allows me to do future training videos. So I also tried out Fiverr, which is a site that you can buy different services related to YouTube creation or any kind of creation. And so they did a logo for me. I didn't end up keeping the logo, but I did try out the service to learn more about that. I mastered the green screen on the chair here, the thing that allows my head to float around and you can see behind me. I learned how to use the iPhone with a tripod. And that's really necessary for these type of videos because you need the camera to be right over the keyboard for some of those close-up shots. And the only way, you can't really do that with a traditional tripod. You actually have to do it with a microphone stand, which I'm a musician, so I have a bunch of microphone stands hanging around in the garage. Just take a boom mic, put your camera on that, and now you've got a nice, way to have a nice close-up shot where you can have a camera hanging over the keyboard like that. I learned all about the lighting and how to get, better lighting for training videos. Learned a lot about the Nord keyboards. When you spend over 100 hours, really going deep on making training videos or tutorials or reviews, you learn a lot about those keyboards. So a lot more than I did, and I'm still learning now. Posted my first Amazon review video. I happened to be on Amazon buying something, and I saw there was an opportunity to do a review and a video review. I already had my camera set up, so I said, go ahead, let's put a Amazon review video up there. It had nothing to do with music. It was some other thing, but it was just fun. 27 subscribers. Big surprise there. Just didn't expect to have really any subscribers. You never know what to expect with this. I mean, if you've never done it before, you really don't know what to expect. Some of the most common questions on the internet is, am I doing well or not? I mean, you hear these people say, if I've got X amount of subscribers in X amount of time, am I doing well? So that's always the big mystery. I learned the secret of the song Baba O'Reilly from The Who. I knew nothing about that song before really going deep on that. So I can take that to the grave with me, all the stuff that I learned about the first minute of that song and how it's created and everything about it. So check out that video if you haven't. Learned more about ScreenFlow. That's the editing software that I use. I'm definitely more comfortable in front of the camera, although I still have a ways to go on that. I found out what it's like helping people and training. That's been real rewarding to get the comments and things from people, to know that I'm making an impact is exciting for me. I think I'm more full of life than I was before I did my YouTube channel. It's given me something fun to look forward to. It's giving me a creative outlet. I always think, well, what would make a good video, or thinking of strategies and things. So between what I've learned and what I've been able to provide, it really has added to my life. It's been a nice, exciting thing to do. And I learned to stay the course. As I had mentioned, I decided I was almost going to throw in the towel there in week 1 and week 2, but persisting through it, pushing through it, I think I've come out on the other side now, where I'm going to stick with it for a while, at least, if not indefinitely, because of all the benefits. So those are the things I learned in the first 30 days of having this YouTube channel. And lastly, I guess, I want to say thanks to all the subscribers. At the point that I had that, it was 27. I have more now, of course, but those first few subscribers are always the ones you want to salute with the strongest of salutes, because they're the ones that are really taking a bet on whether you're going to create content or not, or whether it's going to be worth a darn. So thanks to them. And for the non-subscribers, all the views that I got, anyone who's bothered watching any of the videos or giving me a thumbs up, thank you for that. And the comments, the ratio of comments relative to views is pretty strong. I mean, people are really not afraid to comment on my videos, and I think that's great. You might have noticed that I do answer every comment thus far that has ever come in, or at least given a thumbs up for it. So thank you for that. And that's it. That concludes month 1 update for the YouTube channel. That is November 2017. Thanks.